I was born in Chicago, Illinois, to a single mother. My dad left us when I was 5 days old because he said I didn't look like him. When I was about 3 years old, we moved to Alabama. Shortly after moving to Alabama, I was molested by an older male cousin. This lasted for about a year and a half, and then finally my grandfather asked me what was going on, and I told him. Moved to Atlanta shortly after that with my mom and my grandparents, and my mom met a guy, and soon it became about my mom and this guy and no longer about me and my mom. He drank a lot and was not only physically abusive to my mom, but he was also emotionally and mentally abusive to me. His drinking was supposed to stop, but it only got worse. And my grandfather saw that I was about to leave. Didn't know where I was going to go, but I was just going to leave. And he wasn't going to let it happen, so he told me to come live with him. So I moved back to Alabama. Started doing cocaine, started smoking weed more often, and started drinking. Met a girl, got married, a year and a half later, got divorced. Went to a downward spiral, started drinking every day, started taking pain pills. Got a job as a corrections officer because I had a chip on my shoulder the size of Texas. One day I met my now wife. I not only became a husband, but I became a dad instantly to an amazing little boy. Shortly after we got married, she heard me talking about The Rock. I saw Pastor Rusty on TV.
Your testimony is not just where he brought you from. Your true testimony, because at the foot of the cross, it is level ground, man.
I never watched church on TV. It was a taboo thing in my family. I talked so much about The Rock. She came. And when she came home, the look on her face is what I had wanted for so long. She had peace, she had contentment, she had happiness. A couple nights later, I had a dream. No one around, pitch black, and all I remember is said, "I know you're tired, I know you're weary, I can give you rest." Then the next week, my wife came to church, wrote on a communication card, "Please pray for my husband, because his lack of faith is ruining our marriage." Next week, I woke up, got dressed, came to church with my wife. And that day I was saved. 3 weeks later, I was baptized. I started reading the Bible, came across Matthew 11:28, and I stopped because I knew I'd heard it before. And I started thinking, I read it again, and instantly I remember the dream. Found out she wrote on that communication card, and the look on her face was priceless, because there's definitely power in a wife's prayers. Shortly after joining Celebrate Recovery, we dedicated my daughter at church. And I knew it was time for me to start living the life that Christ wanted me to live. So that day I quit drinking. Haven't touched it since. I credit Pastor Rusty and Celebrate Recovery for saving my life. My name is Doug. I'm a grateful believer in Jesus Christ, and I'm celebrating recovery over alcohol and opiate addiction. Thanks for letting me share.